Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And if it didn't even start yet, y'all those ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Marriage is sex work. Marriage, quote unquote, sex work. Hey, listen, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. Let's hear what the young lady has to say in regards of her opinions revolving marriage. Let's get into it, y'all.
But what's really interesting about this conversation I was having regarding prostitution was this came off the back of me saying that the thing people don't want to recognize is, and this is going to be very controversial to say, but marriage also is sex work, because a lot of women, what they're doing is, yeah, and this is controversial to say.
Go on, I'm gonna hear this.
In your definition, where you said earlier about prostitution, where you know, like you sleep with a man, you get money, or you hang out with him, you get money. Why I say marriage is prostitution is because what happens is women engage in marriage from a place where, okay, he's gonna take care of you financially, and there's a home for you both to live in. And what you are doing is you're fulfilling a role. So you're going to either be some sort of like homemaker, homekeeper, you're raising and rearing the kids, and you are partnering with him and sleeping with him in the hopes that the trade-off will be that you get validation, love, and upkeep. And the man understands and believes that if he continues to fulfill that role for you, then the arrangement works, because marriage is an arrangement. Now, why I say it's prostitution is because whilst it's not necessarily on the surface, you're fucking for a transactional exchange, there's something that you're fucking for.
But then there's the basis of a relationship. I guess the reason why prostitution is because it's sexual, it's nothing but sex. So you get the sex, you go. Whereas a marriage, to even get to the marriage, there would have been a build of a relationship, friendship, gone through a few things, families involved. Maybe you might even have kids now. So I think that's why that would be the
people
difference.
Understand that. And why I'm fascinated by that is because what people really miss out on in that conversation and in their opposition to the idea of marriage being a form of sex work is, once you stop being able to render that service to the man, he leaves you. So for example, I've seen countless situations where the woman has gained weight after having children, and the man has decided he doesn't want to be with her anymore because either her libido has lowered, so she's no longer interested in having sex. She doesn't feel good about herself.
Okay, hold on, because then now they're moving to another topic. So I'm not fully understanding what she's trying to say. In my opinion, is marriage quote unquote falling under sex work, or even going so far as to say a form of prostitution? This is, excuse me, this is I mean, wow, this is a crazy ass. I wouldn't even call this a reach. This is just nonsense. And this is why I stand firm on, ladies, y'all have to be careful, fellas too, but ladies, y'all have to be careful first of all, who you're interviewing, who you're listening to, who you're taking notes from, who you're getting advice from, because this young lady is misguided. To compare marriage and prostitution to make it seem like they're like neck and neck, I wouldn't even say it's on the same spectrum. I wouldn't even say it's not even in the same category. They're in two separate leagues. Prostitution is just getting paid for sex, and that's it. Once that transaction is done, you go your separate ways. That's it. Oh, well, marriage is the same thing because you're not effing for money, but you're still effing. Well, yeah, that's a part of damn marriage. Am I not supposed to have sex with my damn wife? What are you saying? Are you ladies not supposed to have sex with your damn husband, whether he's providing or the breadwinner or whether she's the breadwinner? It doesn't matter. That's a part. Sex is a part of relationships. Sex is a part of life, but sex is a part of a goddamn relationship. Y'all gotta be careful. First of all, obviously, she doesn't sound like she's from America. She may be from the UK or Great Britain or something like that. Me personally, no, I don't. I wouldn't even go so far as to try to keep that in the same damn sentence. Those are two completely separate things. I would love to know. And shout out to, I'm so sorry. Shout out to the ZZ Mills show. I'll try to look them up and see if I can find the full interview so you guys can go and watch that. And then also to tag her channel to make sure I show love and all that good stuff. Um, what was I saying? But yeah, man, I just don't. I'm not fully understanding the correlation. I'm not. She sounds so lost. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Ma'am, those are two completely different things. The person that I'm married to, there's things I would do for the woman that I'm married to that I wouldn't do for, first of all, a woman I'm sleeping with, but any other random ass damn woman. I wouldn't provide shelter, four walls and a door. I wouldn't be paying bills, lights, you know what I mean? Electricity, water, food, all those other things. I'm not providing any of those things to any random ass chick that I'm just sleeping with. I've never paid, I've never exchanged cash for ass, so I can't even tell y'all what that's like. That's a whole nother YouTuber perspective. But yeah, I don't so I can't go that far. But I can guarantee you I will never, if I was to ever be in a situation, I would never, but if I was to ever be in a situation where I'm paying a goddamn prostitute, you would never see me being a provider like how I would do for my wife compared to some random ass chick that I met on a goddamn side of the street. Those are two completely separate, different things. The mother of my goddamn children, the person I'm providing for, the person I'm damn in love with, the person that I'm hitting raw. You think I'm hitting a prostitute raw? You crazy as hell. I mean, well, there is dudes that do that, so I can't even say that either. Damn. Y'all boys make it hard to defend y'all, man. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Y'all make it so hard to defend y'all, man. I just let me run this back a little bit. But I'm not understanding, ma'am, where you're going with this. I again, it sounds like complete and utter nonsense. Let's keep going.
Families involved. Maybe you might even have kids now. So I think that's why people would be the
People
difference.
wouldn't understand that. And why I'm fascinated by that is because what people really miss out on in that conversation and in their opposition to the idea of marriage being a form of sex work is once you stop being able to render that service to the man, he leaves you. So, for example, I've seen countless situations where the woman has gained weight after having children, and the man has decided he doesn't want to be with her anymore because either her libido has lowered, so she's no longer interested in having sex. She doesn't feel good about herself. She doesn't want to have sex. So that man moves on. Or the woman becomes disabled or becomes sick and needs long-term care from her husband. And he leaves because he can't be asked and he doesn't want to do that and he can't have sex with her anymore. So what I've observed is that once men stop seeing you as the person that can fulfill that transactional need that they want from you, their energy switches up very quickly.
Do you think that's the case majority of the time?
You think that's the case majority of the time? Yes, because there is women that experience what is it called, postpartum, right? Let me make sure I put her name up so people can see. Let me go back to the other lady. Okay, well this one's better. Postpartum. So yes, I would assume that these types of things happen in majority with a lot of women, as far as them not being attractive enough or them not wanting to do anything, especially after having a child or having that man's baby. A lot of women lose that sex drive, right? From postpartum. A lot of them want to be detached from their lover, let alone from their baby. Like a lot of those things mentally does happen, and I would love for it to be examined more and more research to be put into it to try to break down and not only get over that hurdle, but to explain why a lot of women go through these types of things. A lot of hormones that's going on, a lot of this, a lot of that. um regardless, they kind of just move the goalpost a little too much. It's like two separate things. Now they're talking about being pregnant and a man moving on from his woman because she's suffering from post-traumatic stress. I'm sorry, postpartum. I'm sorry, postpartum stress disorder. Um, I don't agree with a man doing that either. I would suggest that a man does the best that he can to try to get her on the same page as him. I would even go so far as to say you seek professional help from a professional psychiatrist or psychologist or whatever you want to call it. But don't just up and leave and start getting boxed from another chick. Any dude that does things like that was 9 times out of 10 was probably cheating prior to the baby coming into play. But that's that's the top one another day. Regardless, is marriage considered sex work? I don't even know how or why this is even involved in the same sentence. This lady here is completely misguided. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who hurt her. I don't know why or what, but I'm definitely going to do my due diligence as far as finding the full interview so I can go ahead and watch it so I can get maybe somewhat of a better understanding of what she meant or what she was trying to say. I don't think it's going to help, but maybe it will. But yeah, I'll definitely do that, and then I'll make sure to put the link in the description if I can find it, and then also make sure to tag their channel if I can find it. But yeah, that was crazy. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please, man, be separate,